Alright my friends, so today we are going to talk about Sunday and whether he is a villain or not, and I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like and share to support the channel, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So first of all, what was Sunday's wish? Sunday's wish was for human beings to live in peace, without the strong exploiting the weak and without diseases that kill people or prevent them from functioning normally. Just like how Firefly had diseases that basically prevented her from living normally, he didn't want to see human beings living that type of life. He wanted all people to be living equally and equally happily as well. Not only equally functionally, but also equally happily. He wanted everyone to live normally and happy. He didn't want to see people suffer. He wanted everyone to live their happiest life without the fear of someone stronger than them ruining it for them. He didn't believe that humanity is capable of achieving such paradise with how flawed it is, and therefore he believed that someone must do it for them. He would sacrifice the rest of his life living a lonely life only to keep humanity happy. He believed that people are never going to change. People will never change because of the fact that as long as there is something called free will, there will be people who would choose to exploit other people. There will be people who would choose to kill other people. There will be people who would choose to steal from other people. And therefore, as long as there is free will, there will never be a paradise. Paradise can only be achieved by removing the free will and achieving paradise for everyone, where everyone is equally happy and there is nobody who is being exploited, and there is nobody who is basically having any diseases that makes them function less than other people. Also, as I said before, he was going to sacrifice the rest of his life living lonely only to keep humanity happy. And that is, if you read basically what he was about to do, he was going to stay awake alone without anyone else with him, just so that he would be able to keep the dream going on basically for everyone else, so that they would be happy and he had no problem being basically lonely and sad outside like that. He would never even dream. He would never have a dream. He would only be a fuel to that dream that everyone else is dreaming, and so that everyone else would be happy. It is safe to say that Sunday cared about humanity and wanted to protect it way more than anyone else did. He was basically like an overprotective dad who would never allow anything to harm his kids. Now, is that right? Not every time. We all know that we should allow our kids to get harmed by some stuff, because that is going to teach them how life is and how tough life is. However, Sunday wasn't on that side. Sunday thought that his kids should never be harmed. His kids should never be touched. They should be happy and they should live happily every day, every time. So this is the difference between him and the other people, and that's why he came to the conclusion that he had enough watching humans being born in this world only to get exploited by the strong or die young because of sickness. He had to do something about it. Evil must perish from the world and only happiness shall exist. This is the main reason why he follows the order, because this is basically what the path of the order is. Evil must perish from the world. It's not like the harmony where you are going to have harmony between evil and good. No, evil must perish from the world. It doesn't matter how you are going to do it. What matters is the result. Evil must be non-existent in the world. whether you do it by basically convincing evil people into becoming good people, whether you do it by killing bad people, whether you're doing by imprisoning bad people, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the result should be always that evil doesn't exist anymore. This is basically the path of the order, and that's why he follows it, because he resonates very well with it. He also thinks that evil should not exist in this world. Only goodness should exist and only happiness should exist. Even when Welt exposed that Sunday and the Dream Master were following the path of the order, not the path of the harmony, which was pretty much their whole plan, Sunday still didn't hurt him in any way. He didn't do anything to him. He could have literally killed him right then and there. He didn't do anything to him. He just imprisoned him in his mind, basically waiting for something else. He didn't try to hurt him in any way. In fact, if Sunday wanted, he could have killed everyone except Acheron on arrival, but he didn't. He was so strong that as soon as everybody came close to Penacony, all of them were immediately trapped in his dream. So if he would have wanted, nobody would have been alive right now. The IPC would have been dead. The Nameless would have been dead. The Remembrance would have been dead. Everyone, literally everyone, including even Boot Hill, would have been dead, except Acheron, because Acheron is following the path of nihility, and the path of nihility isn't basically affected by the path of the order, and that's why she didn't fall into the dream as much as other people. She did fall into it, but she didn't get as affected as other people, and therefore she found out that there is something wrong about it. So you can see that he could have easily killed everyone, but he didn't. Even Himiko herself stated that Sunday could have easily defeated them, but he didn't, because he had a sense of righteousness in his heart, and therefore he wanted to give them the chance to protect their own concept of heaven or paradise. Now, let's ask ourselves a few questions before we decide whether he is a villain or not. Did he try to kill anyone? No, we just discussed it. He could have easily killed everyone on arrival, but he didn't. He didn't try to kill anybody. Even his enemies, he didn't try to kill anybody. When he basically exposed Gallagher being a follower of the Enigmata, he could have easily killed him right there and then. He didn't. When Welt exposed his plan, he could have killed him right there and then. He didn't. When the Nameless stood against him, he could have killed all of them right there and then. He didn't. He didn't attempt to kill anyone. And that is a very, very major point for him. Then the second question, was his intent harmful? Was he trying to harm people? Was he trying to do something bad? No. All he wanted was to help people to live a happy life. He wanted the paralyzed to move, he wanted the blind to see, he wanted the poor to be able to buy whatever they want, he wanted the sad to be happy. He wanted everything bad to be removed from existence and everything good to be existent only in reality, or in the paradise that he count as reality. So you can see that these are the two most important matters when it comes to a character, whether it is basically a villain or not. A villain would attempt to kill anyone who stands in his way. A villain would want to harm other people, because this is why they are a villain. They are a villain because they want to harm other people. So since Sunday doesn't basically want to kill anyone, he didn't attempt to kill anyone, he didn't even basically think about killing anyone, and his intent wasn't harmful, rather it was actually for the good of the people. Even if it wasn't basically exactly what people would want, it still was for the good of the people. So saying that Sunday is a villain is the exact same as saying that Kevin from Honkai Impact 3rd is a villain. They are not. Both of them are actually following the same method. Both of them had basically love to humanity to the point where they thought that sacrificing themselves to help humanity to live happy is basically the way, and each one of them had their own reasoning. For Sunday, it was the fact that he didn't believe that human beings would be willing to help each other. Rather, as long as there is free will, there will be people who want to exploit that free will. And when it comes to Kevin, he thought that humanity would never be able to defeat the Honkai, and therefore if we trap humanity into a happy dream, we would be able to allow them to basically live happily without caring about the Honkai. So both of them had the exact same concept. Both of them were going to sacrifice themselves for the exact same reason. They loved humanity to the point where they had no problem to sacrifice themselves for it. Now, yes, the way that they wanted to do it wasn't really the exact best way to do it, but it still was for the only reason of being basically or making humanity happy. Anyways, this is my opinion about it. Let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below. And I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, like and share to support the channel, and until next time, see you as always in the next video.
So, why does life slumber?
Because someday we will wake up from our dreams.
The night is still too short.
Brother, the dream is over.